Good morning. Welcome to Padley Gorge. What a finally beautiful summer morning. Just let this swing around a little bit and let the light adjust. Sun is up, of course. I've not come out super early, no point. I knew we wouldn't get anything too spectacular, but the sun is out. There's some nice cloud formation. It's just beautiful, and I've decided to go into deep woodland while we've got this light. But there you go. We make these choices, don't we? This is the sort of morning you want to be somewhere up high, really, because you get, great texture in the clouds, great light. There's patches of fog around the peak I've seen this morning, or mist, which is even better in my humble opinion. But I wanted to come to a comfort zone, somewhere I've done quite a little bit around the peak last few weeks, and I thought, no, I'll come to Padley. I haven't been here for a while. The brook is going to be running with, it'll be a little bit more sedate, because of course each time I've come here it's been ridiculous rain here in the UK. But yeah, everything should be relaxing and very green. It's gonna be very green. There are some fantastic trees just here at the start of the trail, and I've shot them many times. I've had some great autumn shots, but it's difficult in the summer to pull out the character. Not impossible, but it is difficult. Let's just swing over this way, actually. Now, I adore this particular tree. I think it's fantastic, and I've had some good shots in the autumn. But as you can see, it's quite crowded out with green everywhere. But you could get a good shot of this even now. The sun coming up over there. Once it spills over, it'll hit the ferns and leaves here, strike those rocks, maybe just get into the bark as well on the trunk of the side. And that, I think that would light quite nice. Sure, with a bit of mist, it would still be something as well. You don't have to get it all in. In fact, you can see, just looking up, I don't know if this video will show it off, but those leaves there are turning lime green because of the sun coming through them and breaking up. So when you see these big clumps of green, remember that if the sun gets in there, it's going to be okay. You're going to get some variation, texture. That's what you're going to get. Masses of ferns, look at this. Just masses, and no shot there. But what you will find, I've said this on a couple of previous vlogs recently, is that if you look for ferns as a bit of foreground, I think, or as an accompaniment to the image, I think they look wonderful. Okay, I am going to do a shot here though. I do like that, and I would hang on, but my patience is not. I'm not going to do it. As I thought, the stream is much more sedentary now. It's nice. I like it. I like it. Before I head into the trees, I thought I'd follow my own advice, which is weird, and I just walk up along the fern, because ahead in the distance there is Higator and whatever the other one's called, and I was just thinking if there was a nice clump of fern, some of the bigger rocks, maybe this line of trees running up to the centerpiece of it there, maybe get something. Don't know. I'll have a look, see what I think. Sun's really nice. Gosh, I've missed the sun. I've moved up a little bit. The sun's just striking the rocks here in front of a nice tree to the right. There's a couple of trees further in the distance to the left, and then whatever that is, I think that's Higator straight ahead. It's not going to show Higa off particularly well. Perhaps if I stuck the 7200 on and let the compression do a bit of work, that might make a difference. This is just a warm-up shot, so I'm not going to get all fancy about it. It's not like there's mist, low mist or anything like that. So this is just a nice start shot, and I'm gonna give it a go now. We're in the last couple of days of July here in England, and it's been another weird one. All rain pretty much, a few bits of summer. And this morning when I came out, there were blackberries, actual blackberries, not red but blackberries, on the brambles in the hell that is my backyard. And I noticed, although this could be perfectly natural, I don't know, I just assume it's always later, but we've got the heather starting to purple off a lot of it. We've got some lovely little bluish bits in them, and then there's bits of lilac, and then some are full on purple. I guess they're just the early starters, you know. But yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to come over the next few weeks. We've been promised a few days of some sun. That could be exciting, although I'm sure, like yourself, I'll be at work. I'm just going to stroll by the twisted oaks. Plenty of time for the sun to reach into these trees, although I think I'll probably hang off on this until I come up with Craig Yates. We're going to do a Padley thing for sure in our icons. We've got the next one lined up, probably would have been today, but apparently it's too hot for Craig. So yeah, I'm going to bypass this for now, keep walking in, and we'll look at the twisted oaks again in a later vlog. Probably worth noting, if you do come to Padley this early, literally as the sun comes up, it's very dark inside in the summer because you've got such a canopy of leaves, and of course the floor is green too. So it's probably worth skirting the edges and finding what compositions you can get, you know, just like we did by the stream. Maybe shooting in to the oaks rather than from the inside, that kind of thing. And in the morning too, in the autumn, you know, get some great mushroom shots and that sort of stuff out and around. So what I'm saying is, rather than fight the gloom that you'll find inside, waiting for the light to come through, do a little bit on the edge and then wander it. Not like I'm doing now. Like I say, I rarely practice what I preach. Said it before, I'll say it again. Whenever I come in here, I see a new composition in the tree that I've not seen before. Numerous trips here now, and yet I've never seen this one. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. It's right off the footpath, so you can't miss it really. And you've got trees, bushes, whatever you want to call them. A bit of a pain in the arse there, that strong tree moving up to the right there, but look at this in the middle. So this is two trees, one winding up, one to the right, a little bit of business behind it. It's very green, of course, but the lightness of these branches helps it to just stand out. And then there's a bit of light. Look at that, the band of light at the top there. So I think, I mean, ideally, I think I'd come up. I'm just moving the pocket camera up. I'll come up to try and look down a little bit on it. But the other option, of course, is to, I don't know if I can do it with the pocket 3, but to sort of shoot up and into that colour. So I'll give both of them a whirl now. Okay, I've taken a couple of shots with the 24-105 on. But the problem with my lens, it'll only go down to f5 in this light. Not expensive lenses. I'm shooting at 30mm right now, where I think I might be able to come back a little bit. I can't go too far, else I'm going down the side of the valley, or the gorge. But I think I could put my 50mm on, 1.4, although I'm going to go shoot at 1.4. And then I can come back a bit more and use the better depth of field of the 50mm, if I can. I'm going to give it a go. Okay, I don't have as wide a shot, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not loving that. I could try portrait, and I know you're going to say, well, you've just said it's not wide enough, but I'm just wondering if that extra real estate at the top might make it work a bit more. The other option, I've got it in my bag, is put the 15-30 on, get real close. Again, I've got this depth of field issue with my cheap RF lenses. On this, it's fine. The 50mm depth of field, absolutely wonderful, as I thought it would be. But I'm going to put the 15 to 30 on, and then at least I've run the gamut. It's a shot I'm not sure about what I like the best, but I like the shot, so I'll take the time. There's plenty of sunlight creeping down. If anything, it's going to get better, not worse, so I can afford to take the time. I don't know if I'll put all the images up. I might just put the one I like up, but we'll see. Okay, that's all done. Which one do you think I went for? We've got 10 to 30, which I probably shot at around 20 mil. We've got the 50 mil prime, so shot at 50 mil, but with much better control of the aperture. And then we have the 24-105, which could only shoot at f5, which is respectable, but which kind of good, you know, opening up. That was a good strong angle. What do you think? Which one did I go for? Coming up now. Every inch of this place is like a B-roll dream. You can get so much footage, just sweeping the camera across the ferns, the trees, the berries and nuts. Talking of nuts, of course, they're going to start popping soon. I'm going to have squirrels coming along to check their stock, and gentlemen, because my channel at the moment is about 99% gentlemen. Make sure you do the same. Maybe once a month, just have a quick, you know, prod down there beyond the usual, and make sure there's no extra lumps, eh? And if there is, go see your GP. If you book in now, you probably get in about 5 years, and it can sort you out. I've seen loads of crisp packets on the floor. I've got a bag of crisps, of course, in my bag, but mine isn't going to end up on the floor. A crisp packet, surely one of the easiest things to scrunch up and stick in a pocket. You absolute pricks. I'm hoping to go down by the brook while it's running that little bit slower, because I think it'd be nice. I've done, you know, the wild and woolly shots, and they're great. I love them. But every now and then I just like to take a shot with a nice bit of surrounding, nice bit of foliage behind it, a really calm, maybe even still pool, maybe get reflections, maybe not. But I've got that feeling of tranquility in me today. I think I'm in a very relaxed frame of mind. I don't know why, but maybe it's just being here. This is what Woodland does for me. It really calms me, really does make me chill. And I think I'm a reasonably chill guy. But yeah, Woodland just, I don't know what it is. Must be the Neanderthal DNA in me, you know, getting energized. Quick shot, 28 mil. Pretty obvious, I'd say. Winter would bring me you. I know I've got some new subscribers. Hello, welcome. I don't have a set sort of pattern of how I do this stuff. As anyone who's been following me for a long time, and there's a bunch of you, thank you. Sometimes I do techie stuff, sometimes I don't. Normally I don't. I try and offer sort of hints and tips where I think it's relevant and that you wouldn't already know. But one thing's for sure, I know now from the messages, is there are people who are brand new to this kind of thing, as I was not many years ago. So, for example, when I'm shooting that scene with the sun and the trees and trying to decide whether I wanted it with the sun out. So all I did was take one step to the side so that the sun was behind a tree. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't want the sun that bright, or it's giving me lens flares, wherever, move. Put a bloody big tree in the way of it. Find a nice tree that you like and use that as your filter, and it'll work every time. I've come down to where the bridge is because it's great access to the brook. And I'm going to have a walk up and down here, just see if there's any of those tranquil shots I've been thinking of. No light, unfortunately. I do think if I hold on here for a bit of time, I think it's going to be at least 10 minutes, maybe longer. I might get something probably worth it, I think, because I don't know when I'll be this close to the brook again without effort. So some great trees as well that the light will sort of strike them soon. So yeah, I'm gonna have a wander up and down, and when I find something I'll come back to you. Now this is so different from the last few times I've been, when everything was absolutely raging, and even the drop pools where you would normally expect it to be quite calm, they were swirling away. Don't get me wrong, all good, great photography. This is just different. And I've seen a little bit up ahead with a few little cascades. Not sure how that's going to work out, but I'm going to do this. Light be damned right now. But I do think, I'll just swing around. It's coming up. So maybe 10 minutes, there might be something just to come down here. That would be good. That'd be nice. Okay, so how does one go about shooting this? Well, first of all, one wanders around the composition. Nothing is going to change here in the next few minutes, so you can take your time. We definitely don't have the light, so if anything, it'd be a bonus. And I'm just going to come down. Oh yeah, it's lovely. All right, I'm going to show you around what we've got, because that gives you the chance to decide on what you would do. Okay. The big picture is this. We've got the little cascades there, little runoffs, quite busy there. So long exposure, we know that's going to come out like a marbling effect, I would guess. We do have this fallen tree, naturally fallen tree across there. Not awful. I would, would I rather it not be there? Yes, because there's lots of great rocks protruding out the back, but oh well. Then we come down here, we've got these nice calm bits with some good rocks, strong rocks around it. We move on to this little bit here, not so interested in this, some icky foam. That isn't moving, so we don't care about that. We don't want icky foam. We do have the still pool over there, but I don't think there's anything exciting. And then we've got to take a look at the backdrop as well. So we do have some interest there, and the trees up there are starting to light up, and what I want is it to come down the middle. That would be great, but best case scenario. Okay, I'm going to commence battle with a 24-105 on here. I might get wet, but hopefully not from falling in. And my aim at the moment is to catch these little cascades framed by the tree. So I'm going to do a few shots really low and just see how it looks without the tree. So that'll be the tricky one. And then I'm going to do a few I'm going to try and get around this way and shoot into that scene. That'll be nice. I don't know about shooting over it. I don't think that's going to work for me. The water is dark. That's just the way it is here. That's the peak water. It's filled with crap from the Peak District, so this is what it does. Very slippy, these rocks, got to be careful. Under the tree, that was fun. And now, so I'm faced with, just show you this, see all these huge boulders here. You wouldn't normally see them, or rather you wouldn't have seen them in the last few weeks because the water was just pouring over them. So because there's not been as much rain and the brook has narrowed, it's opened up loads of different little channels to photograph. So we got one over here. There's a little bit of debris in it, but may or may not work, not sure. There seems to be a still area further up. Not sure about that. I'll have to do a bit of clambering to get to it, but it looks safe enough. I think I can manage that. So I'm gonna quick zoom in on this, and then I'm gonna investigate that bit up there. Might be that again. Still looking for that sort of still area. Right, I've looked at the pathway to the back, and no, no way. I'm not clambering over all that. That's a recipe for broken bones and broken gear, and I'm not that adventurous today. Now I've cut short my brook photography because the light is starting to really get into the trees up there, so I want to get up there and see what's going on. Okay, sun is blasting through. It's lifted up over the hill that blocks this, the sort of top of the gorge, and as you can probably see, all of this place is lit up now, and this is where you're against the clock because it's not all going to be amazing, or whether it is all amazing, you just got to find the most amazing bits. So looking for backlit areas. I'm looking for the see the condensation. Looking for the backlit areas. I'm looking for light striking the sides of the trees. I'm looking, so I've had to come to the side a bit, and I'm using trees as obstruction again, as I did earlier, just to keep the brightness of that sun out, or to prevent lens flares. Sometimes I like lens flares, by the way. I like lens flares as well. You've got to control them, which is, again, it's just about movement, really. There's no hints or tips there, just movement. Move yourself so you can direct the lens flare where you want it to be. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go all around here. I'll probably stay in this area just so I can get everything done. Yeah, anyway, I'm off to work. I swear for about 20-30 minutes every day this place is Middle Earth. Just amazing. Still scooting around trying to catch little shots. I would show you, but I won't have the time, so apologies for that. I really wish I could, but I'll miss the shots, so better to just throw them up and see what you think. But I'm pretty much running around on 24-105. I do have an ND filter on just to adjust the according to how the light is changing. That'll help me. Yeah, and that's it really. Finding my compositions as I do, getting close, maybe come back a little bit unless something just strikes me immediately as being super. Just spotted something, so I'm going my way down to it now, and I'm going to run around. I'm not going to run around. I'm going to waddle around just this area and catch what I can. I love the way that this is lit up from behind. The sun is just a bit too bright, so I'm kind of using this tree to block it out. There you go. And then trying also getting close enough, but wide enough and tall enough to take all of that in. Trying it with the 24-104, and I think I'm just missing. So I'm going to drop the 15-30 on, and we'll see if it works. It may not. My shot, I think. I wanted to keep the shadows especially, but how did I do it? I tilted the camera down. I dropped it down a little bit and then tilted it down so I catch the shadows coming out, spreading out, get the dark of the tree. And of course it's going to be dark because it's so well lit behind, but hopefully that's worked. If it has, you're going to see that shot now. Well, that was quite a hectic sort of 10-15 minutes that was. It's getting bright now because it took a while to get up there and break through. The angle's a bit harsh, and I've taken a few shots and I've found that the reflection is just a bit too strong to make it work well. But hey, it's been fun. I'm going to have a sit down, find a nice rock and have a quick break. Been fun. I've really enjoyed this morning. It takes me about an hour and a half tops to get here, and it's always worth it. And I get ice cream on the way home, so you know, Tag Lane Dairy, I'll be there. Right, time for a bag of crisps. Well, what a wonderful day it's been. Well, morning. One quick thing while I eat my cheese and onion butty and cheese and onion crisps. I'm in a very cheese and onion frame of mind today. I'm monetised. Thanks to you wonderful people. My rolling watch hours is over 4,000 hours. I've got 1,100 subscribers, so thank you each and every one who's stuck with me, and new people. Hello America, hello Australia. And it's really good. So it doesn't make any real difference to what I do. Literally nothing is changing in the channel. I've no plans because I'm now earning, I don't know, 40p a video. But I just want to say that the monetization makes a difference in that I'm probably going to get about 10 quid this month. And you may think that's hilarious, and it is. But that 10 quid will buy me my sandwiches and buy me my bag of crisps, and it may even treat me to a Galaxy bar. And you know, let's say we double the subscription, double the watch hours or the views. I get about 500, so let's say the views went to 1,000. That could put a bit of extra petrol in my tank, and that would take me easier further. You know, it'd be easier for me to do, because it's tough. I have to monitor every penny I spend right now. It's not easy. I'm not going to bore you with how tough life is. I'm sure you've got your own challenges, but this helps. Okay, it helps. It's not my livelihood, although my livelihood isn't my livelihood right now. So I just want to thank everyone who's stuck around and made this possible. I don't really watch the subs that much, at least not at the moment, because it's not my living. Once I hit 1,000, I was done with all that. I was happy. That was my goal, and I did it. So, but don't not sub. Oh my God, you know, you should. If you knew, you should still sub. Why haven't you subbed? Just down there, I think. Just do the thing. And as for view time, I do pay attention to that, because I know then that if my constant rabbiting, for example, can be annoying. I have a sense of humour that may not be for everyone, so I get all that, and I have no problem with people going, not for me, I'm out. I get that. But I hope that people who like the photography and like the places that I go to, you'll stick with me, because there's loads of other places I'm going to go, and I hope I show them off in a better light. And I do try and get better with the videography. You know, it's a big passion of mine to be much better at videography. And you know what? It's time. For me, it's always the time and energy as well. I run out of energy. But there you go. I thought I'd leave this right to the end so you can turn off should you choose. But all I can say again is thank you, and I'll see you for the next one. Just about to leave Padley now, coming to the edge. Just so you know, that's what the twisted oaks look like, with the sun streaming in them. Nice. I thought on the day I announced that I got monetized, I'll make a solemn promise to you. Okay? Promise. I will never do a vlog about putting a fucking camper van together. I promise. No.